Let's get right into it. Episode 645, I believe, Sold Not For Sale podcast. This is going to be a short one. So just real quick, you can get this at IamCoachColin.com. Public enemy number one. You know who that is. That's Mr. Klaus Cricket Schwab. Public enemy number one. If you want 10% off, I am Coach Colin, all capital letters, all one word, one L in the name. Colin gets you 10% off. Now, have you heard about this lady? Her name is Erin Burnett, I believe it's pronounced. She got banned from Russia. There's a few other people who got banned from Russia as well. This is the one time where I'm just like, man, can we follow suit with Russia? This is the one instance where I'm like, can we just follow suit? Not only did she get banned, but this is why I feel like the public needs to ban her and her organization. Because of things like this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Listen to this real quick.
It's worthwhile with all of this gaining, some steam and public perception to be clear on some facts. First and foremost, the vast majority of this money is going to American companies and jobs, right? Because those are the people who are making the Abrams tanks, the ammo, and everything else. And we take Lockheed Martin, which makes the HIMARS that have been core to Ukraine's counteroffensive. The company announced it's going to increase its workforce in Camden, Arkansas by 20%. Just because of this new demand. That money's going to America. It's worthwhile with all of this gaining, some steam.
She's talking about money to Ukraine. She's saying that there should be aid going to Ukraine solely based on the fact that this money is going to America at the end of the day. Do you see the mental gymnastics that they try to pull on the people to get you to be okay with them sending billions and billions and billions of dollars while your police are defunded, while people are doing smash and grabs and not going to jail? They're actually telling you, listen, let us siphon this money off to another country because it's going to you anyway. Do you know what kind of Orwellian 2 + 2 = 5 nonsense that is? Do you know how crazy? I don't like to call people dangerous. I like to reserve that for Joe Rogan when he's doing a sidekick or when Khabib or one of these UFC guys is choking someone out. That's usually a dangerous person. But this is so dangerous to me. The fact that they try to do this type... at least just say, when they said it was for democracy, okay, I get it. You're saying it's for another country's democracy. And the United States has to be the upholders of democracy worldwide. I don't buy it whatsoever, but I understand when you say it. When you're saying that, imagine this, you're sitting there with somebody and they say, hey man, give me that money. I'm going to give it to him and don't worry. It's going to come right back. It's going to you anyway. How? Oh, well, he's going to buy it from a place that you go to, and then that means there's going to be more employees there, and that just means that when you go there, you're going to get better service. So this money's really going to you. You know how crazy that sounds? You know why I'm getting like this? Because this lady that you can see in the screen, she was the first person that when I hadn't watched TV for decades, I'm talking decades, and I just popped in at my mom's house and she had the news on against my wishes. And I was looking at this woman and I'm like, why is she looking at the camera with her eye? I'm like, because I hadn't seen the news in years. I haven't sat and watched it. And she was giving these eyes and she was trying to have this emotion and when she was speaking. And I was like, newscasters aren't supposed to do this. They're supposed to just give you the news. I'm like, what's this lady doing? And she was the first one that sparked me and go, oh, they're trying to manipulate people. I already knew that the news was used to manipulate people. I didn't realize they had hired straight up actors to start doing the news. That was new to me. And that was 10 years ago. I was like, this is crazy. Nuts. For her to say that, I know it's a hard line. You're not supposed to touch on the whole Ukraine thing. People say that's what happened to Russell Brand, and it's frowned upon by they if you start touching on the whole Ukraine thing. But To lie like that to people, to just make things up and lie like that, to just say that this money is actually going to Americans, to actually have the balls to do that, to actually have the evil inside you to do something like that is absolutely crazy. Crazy. Have you seen Philadelphia? Have you seen what it looks like? Have you seen the zombies walking up and down the street? People collapsed on the floor. I remember there was a point where I was trying to park somewhere, and I was going into this parking lot, and I was going to go into this space, and there's 3 spaces taken up by pure garbage, and there was just people laying around. The 2 of them were like naked. It was crazy. This stuff's happening everywhere. And there's actually CNN, of course. There's actually a newscaster who's actually willing to get in front of millions of people and say, hey, listen, all this money that they're taking from you, it's fine. It's going into your pockets anyway. Absolutely crazy. So again, I say, like I said at the beginning, Russia banned this woman, and they banned a few people. And honestly, smart move on their part. Because when it comes to the news space, the mainstream media space, these people are poison. These people are absolute poison. These people are absolutely degrading the minds of everybody who has the complete dishonor of coming into contact with them, having their earwaves infected with their obvious intelligent agencies' talking points. No actual journalist would say something like this. Never in their lives would they say something like that. Ever. So who else got banned? Let's play another clip of her talking shit. Pure shit right now about how important all this is to cover. Like she's not reading from a teleprompter right now. I'm so tired of these people, man. I'm so tired of these people. Somebody asked me the other day, why do you do this type of stuff? I think this is why. Because this is crazy. You know? How? Man, let me just play this.
War every night matters, and we will continue to do it. Putin now taking new and more extreme measures against Americans. A statement on Russia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs website reads, and I quote, U.S. citizens under personal sanctions, including a ban on entry into the Russian Federation. And it goes on to list 500 people subject to that, including me. The Russian government also issued a warning with this announcement, and it says, quote, not a single hostile attack against Russia will go without a strong reaction. That's why covering this war every night matters, and we will continue to do it, because something supremely important to all of us is happening in Ukraine and also inside Russia. That's why covering this war every night matters, and we will continue to do it.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Putin now.
Russia is banning. Guess what? When it comes to the 500 people, guess who they're banning? Guess who it is that they're banning? It's people like her. It's people in the mainstream news space that they're banning. You know what they didn't say? They didn't go, we're banning Joe Rogan. We're banning Tucker Carlson. We're banning Russell Brand. We're banning the guys from Trigonometry. None of those people. We're banning Bill Maher. Nope. We're banning Jimmy Dore. Nope. They're banning people like her. They're banning. Who else do they have? I have the names here. Rachel Maddow, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert. They're banning all the people who literally take their talking points from agencies, who literally are at the request of whatever they are behind the scenes tells them to do. These people, again, are like poison. They're like poison. You know, I once heard, and I'm going to do a video on it, I once heard Jon Stewart say that Tucker Carlson is purposely evil. He's purposely evil. These people, this woman, women like the people like this are purposely evil. They know that what they're saying is not true. They know what they're saying is going to get into the minds of many millions of Americans. They know that they have the ability to push narratives, to change election results. to change whether or not the people support a war, to change the minds of people, to make them think that the money that they're giving away that could be going into their communities is going to another country and that's somehow going to finance America? Do you know how dangerous these people are? I'm getting tired of this shit, man. Man, absolutely ridiculous. So for once, because I'm like, when it comes to this whole Ukraine-Russia thing, I never look at, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, maybe Putin's a good guy. I don't give a shit. I don't think about it like that. You know, when I look at war, I just look at it like it's war. It's terrible. It's terrible all over. Whoever is financing both sides is terrible. Whoever is not stepping in and making a peace is terrible. That's how I see it. But when it comes to this, man, I wish we could follow suit. You know, it's funny how cancel culture is always pointed at the wrong people. You know? Why can't we pull up a montage of clips of these people doing these things, making us think certain ways, and all decide together these people are canceled? Why can't we send letters into CNN the same way the UK Parliament sent letters over the Rumble and say, hey, are you thinking about keeping this woman as an anchor because she said XYZ and none of it's true? I hope you're not going to keep her on contract too much longer. That wouldn't be right. You know what I mean? And then give them a little Bud Light. Give them a little sip of Bud Light. You know what I mean? It's always turned towards the people who are trying to help people. You ever notice that? The cancel culture gun is always pointed at the people who are trying to speak truth, who are trying to wake people up, who are trying to alert people to the things that are going on in the world. It's never pointed at people like this, and it should be. Arrogant fucks, man. Anyways, guys, like it, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm out.